Turn me up.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Married Bunch podcast. My name is Crystal.
Chris.
Keonda.
William.
Today's episode is the reintroduction of the Eastons.
Hey, Eastons.
Hey, Eastons. That was dry.
Yeah, it's definitely dry. We got to do better.
Okay, so today we reflect on the Eastons' own experiences after 7 years of marriage. From navigating personal growth and shifting priorities to keeping the spark alive, they share candid insights on what they've learned about love, partnership, and maintaining a strong bond over time.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, so let's just get right on into it, okay? How long have you been married?
7 years, but we've been together 10 years.
Okay. So give us a little background information about how you met.
How we meet?
You're supposed to tell the story, remember?
So we met online on a website called POF.
Plenty of fish.
Yes, it was a lot of fish. But we met online. I had a profile made against my will. What about you?
We were bored one summer and just recreated a profile.
Yeah. So basically that's what happened.
Okay. So were you in any other serious relationships prior to marriage?
I was in a relationship, but it wasn't serious.
Yeah, I had relationships, but they weren't serious. I had never had like a 1 year relationship before I met Nico. Only like 6 months. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you fall in love with each other, and what makes this relationship the one?
I said for me, the first time we met, we just had a great conversation. It just continued on, and I just feel like I've known her forever. So I just fell in love with that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, when you meet the one, it just feels different. Like,
Yeah.
I was able to talk to him about anything. We got super comfortable, super fast. You know, I was just willing to talk to him about everything. He was my best friend. So, totally different than the other guys. He was sexy and all that stuff. So, yeah, it was definitely different than the other experiences. It didn't feel like, you know, like when I was dating other people, I felt like I was counting down like, oh, we made it to the 2 months. But with Nico, it was just like time was passing. It was just us. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. What are some qualities you admire about your spouse?
For me, I think of the saying, to be loved is to be seen. And Nico sees me. I mean, like, he remembers the little things. The little things I say I want. Sometimes I gotta say, like, I don't want it. I'm just telling you that it's nice. Or like, you know, if I'm having a bad day, you know, I'm just like, whew, I'm ready to go. What happened? No, nothing happened. I'm just, you know, I gotta give him that kind of indicator because, you know, I'm fine. You know, I'm just letting you know. But he sees me. He knows me. He loves me. And he's my best friend.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, Nico.
What was the question?
Jesus.
What are some qualities? What are some qualities you admire about your spouse?
I love how caring Brianna is. She's very caring. She shows you how much she loves you. She tells me, this is a quality because a lot of people can't do this when I'm wrong, when I am wrong, which is not that much. But she does that. So I love that quality in her that she can actually do that to me.
Okay. All right. So how have your expectations of marriage evolved since you first got married?
I don't think my expectations have evolved at all. I mean, in the very beginning, I think we kind of defined what kind of marriage we wanted. We wanted God at the center, a friendship, and we maintained that throughout and continue to maintain that. So I feel like that was our expectations. What do you think, man?
I agree. I really agree with that.
Okay, so what made you fall in love with each other?
I feel like we both we both are very quiet, shy, introverted people. So us just being goofy, being able to laugh, being able to joke, have a great time, just have all these great conversations. I just fell in love with it. And I know we were really gonna fall in love when we were in the car, and we basically was singing a jingle. And I didn't think nobody else ever seen the show, but she seen the show, and we sitting there like two fools singing the jingle. So
Right.
I just really know she was the one.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just loved how, it's like how a man treats his mom is how he's gonna treat you. And I always used to, before he told me he loved me, I was hear him on the phone say I love you to his mom and stuff. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for one day until when he says that to me. And like just how he takes care of the girls in his life, his mom, aunt, and his grandma, his friends, whatever. He's just a person that has a big heart and is willing to do anything for people, and people ask a lot of him, and he's willing to do it. He rarely complains. He's like, yeah, that's fine, I'll do it, right? So I just love how he takes care of people, and I love his heart, and that made me fall in love with him, because I know if he does that for other people, the person that's in the bed with him he gonna do the same, and so yeah.
Okay. Well, do you still see those same qualities in each other?
Yeah.
I'm better.
Basically, yeah. Ain't nothing changed over here.
Okay.
So how long did you date before getting engaged?
I would say it was like a year. It was like a year and like 2 months.
Yeah.
Like a year and 2 months. But we always say like we probably could have got married a month into dating. Like I don't know. It was
thought we were crazy.
Yeah, like people would have thought we crazy, but it was just like things just fell into place. It was just natural.
And when you know, it's really true.
Yeah.
So what did you do to prepare for the marriage during your engagement?
So we got engaged on February 14th, 2016. And I was that Pinterest girl. I already had a Pinterest board about marriage. So February 15th, I was in motion.
Yeah.
Plan.
She had everything laid out, where we were going to have the wedding, where we were going to have the reception. We was down at Marbles booking stuff like a year in advance. The woman was like, oh, people usually don't start this early. The books wasn't even open, but she knew.
Right. I mean, we probably would have got married that year, but, we had to save up. But this guy was like, oh, why don't we just wait till 2018? And people were like, what, 2018?
Yeah. But I was trying to give us time because we knew what we wanted.
Yeah.
So, but, we got gypped.
Yeah. But what was original? Oh, but how did we prepare? I don't know. I think it was just important for us to continue to bring our families together, since my family was in different states. And, just continue to bring that together, strengthen our relationship, and prepare for marriage.
Yeah. I definitely would say that. Also with friends, but...
Yeah, that's another story.
Mm-hmm.
So did you desire marriage? Why or why not?
No, I didn't. That wasn't my plan. I didn't think about it, didn't care about it. I just was going to do what I do and keep it moving.
So you never thought about marriage at all?
No. I wasn't interested.
See, and that's weird to me, because I thought about marriage. I wanted to be married. I wanted to have kids. I wanted that life, because I grew up in church, like I said before. My mom was single, but was a single parent, but I seen the image of marriage. I seen the image of marriage on TV, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a family. So, yes, I knew I was going to have it. I just didn't know when and who.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is your love language, and how does your spouse support that or support it?
For me, I would say quality time and acts of service. Like, I think someone else said in their episode, but like, I mean, granted, like we didn't date for a long time in my past relationships, but I was always the one, like Valentine's Day. Oh, that made me think. We were dating about Valentine's Day and then we broke up. Oh, anyways, so
Flashback.
right. But I would do stuff for the person I was with, and like when I met Nico, I remember I think y'all went to the mall and he bought me something from H&M, and I was like, what? He bought something, and he actually did a good job. I was like, what? You know what I mean? So, what was the original question? Sorry.
What's your love language and how?
Oh yeah. So So definitely acts of service and quality time. I love spending time with him. Rarely are we apart.
Right.
And so that's important to me.
And mine would be the same, but I'm very heavy on acts of service because I love to spend and buy, spend and buy, and spend and buy. Mm-hmm. Yes.
It sounds like gifts to me.
Right. He forgot about that one.
I forgot about that one. So yeah, definitely gifts. But you're right.
But he doesn't really like receiving gifts. He likes getting gifts for other people.
I love to see people be happy and get what they want.
Yeah.
So, what is the funniest or memorable moment of your wedding day?
So I'll say memorable. I would say memorable probably the two people that dropped out. That's memorable because we're not friends no more. So that was very memorable, and that was just a blessing in disguise. But what would you say the funny? Probably you cussing the makeup artist out.
Well, no, I didn't cuss her out. Crystal was on the phone, and I told her to tell her what I was saying, but Crystal said, "Oh, okay." She wouldn't tell her, but I did. I
Because
cussed
she
out
had
a
us
few
late.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, makeup and the bus driver. He was acting stupid too.
Oh yeah.
What about when they got her ponytail ripped out? That wasn't funny.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Sorry, Nay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Dave.
For the bouquet toss, when I tossed it, my cousin and Nay, I guess, was going after it,
Yeah.
and Nay's ponytail got ripped off. I forgot about that.
Got fixed though.
Yeah, she had some bobby pins. She put it back in. So, but I forgot about that.
And we have it on video, but we wouldn't put you like that, Nay.
Right. Yeah, but like Crystal said, best day ever. Money well spent. Everything went smooth. Besides it raining, but they said that's good luck. So
we'll take it.
Yep.
So, what's a shared experience or adventure that you will always cherish together?
For me, I would say all of them because we like to travel. We do a lot of travel cruises, going to different locations. So, for me, all of them. I just enjoy being with her, traveling, seeing different things, and doing different things. So,
Yeah, I would say experiencing new things, but I have 3. So the first time I just thought about it. The first time when he came to Seattle, like that's the first time bringing someone home and showing someone like how I was raised. And then we got to do like the touristy things. And when you live somewhere, you don't do all the touristy things. You know what I mean? So we did all the touristy things, and that was fun experience.
yeah, it was.
And then the second one was when we all went to South Carolina, and it's memorable. When Nico passed out on the beach. When you were sick, and then that next day we were on the beach, and you were like about to pass out, and Brittany had to save you.
When you said you lost your hearing.
On the cruise.
Yeah, on the cruise.
Yeah, on the cruise, yeah. You said South Carolina.
When we poured it out of South Carolina.
And then he did it in Hawaii too, didn't he?
Oh, he got food poisoning in Hawaii. Yeah, you always have something. But just as late, when you get older, something will happen. Yeah.
Nico said, I ain't pass out on no beach.
What beach you talking about?
Right. Yeah.
I
So
passed out in the Bahamas. Get it right.
yeah, so I'll say that was memorable. I mean, of course, it's funny now because he's fine, but in the moment,
Hardy.
oh, hush it.
And I went there.
And then you got my mom in the background doing selfies, and then this lady was selling stuff on the beach in a Shein bag. It was just a lot going on. But I would say, yeah. And
What's
then,
the third one?
and the third one, I guess, would be the recent trip Hawaii. It was just the experience of going somewhere new. That was the furthest we had traveled together. We've done a lot of research, and so I'll say that one.
I agree.
All right, let's get into the next topic. Has your view of marriage changed since getting married?
Has it changed?
No, it hasn't changed. No, it's just, I guess, no, it hasn't changed. Just grateful for marriage and to grow with someone and to grow old with someone that I think, but nothing has changed.
No.
Okay. How have you two grown as individuals and as a couple since getting married?
For me, I would say individually, I've had more patience. No, I don't.
No, you have no patience.
I don't have patience. But I thought it sounded good. Oh no.
Let me see. I mean, individually, I mean, we've grown a lot as far as just life has taught us a lot of things. Definitely a lot of like friendship things. You know, I mean, I want to say I was like, I'm not a fool or I wasn't getting run over or anything, but I do think I was a little naive before I met Nico, and he's really taught me like the real of stuff, and taught me to share my feelings, and if I don't like something, to go ahead and just say it. You know what I mean? Don't hold it in, just say it. So I think I've definitely changed in that aspect where, you know, I still don't like to hurt people's feelings, but I definitely speak up for myself and say what I need to say.
Yeah.
Nico is not mean. Like
Right. You try to act mean, but you say it, but you still don't like to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah, I'm going to say it into a way that you know don't mess with me. I was going to say something else.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay. So what has been the most rewarding parts of being married?
I would definitely say, like, you know, knowing when you get off of work that you have someone to come to the house and you know that your best friend's going to be there. You have someone to joke with, talk about all your long day, all the stuff you've been experiencing. Just your best friend. So, just knowing that they're there for you makes it all worth it.
Yeah. Definitely.
And how do you navigate difficult conversations, and has that approach shifted over time?
For me, I just come out and say what it is. But she's the type of person, she needs 2 to 3 business days to kind of get herself together. But I'm like, I want to talk about it now, get it out, get it over with. But she's like, well, you know, I ain't for all that.
Yeah, because he do it at weird times. We're like in the middle of dinner or we're talking about something else. Okay, we need to talk about this. And I'm like, for me, I'm like, okay, I'm not ready to talk about that. Tomorrow at 5:00, I'll be ready to talk about it. And he's like, what difference does 5:00 make? You know what I mean?
They don't. They're going to still talk about it.
And for me, like, if I don't feel like talking about it in that moment, I don't want to talk about it. So I need to wait. So what was the question? Navigating it?
Yeah, and has the approach shifted over time? Like, have you always been that way and then just slowly got that way now, or?
Yeah, I don't like talking about difficult things.
She's always been that way.
Yeah, I've been that way. But, I mean, I guess we know how to work through it together.
Yeah, I know how to navigate her, so it ain't no problem.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
And he will remember.
And it sure will. 5:00 on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the street. Hey.
Boy, please. Okay, so what are some traditions or routines that you guys created as a couple?
Definitely getting together for the holidays with family because her mom's in Seattle and sister's in Chicago. So we always try to go to one spot or location for either Thanksgiving or Christmas, or try to do like a vacation. So since we just came back from Hawaii, that was our trip for the year with the family.
Yeah, so a family trip. And then every time we travel, We get magnets. I had started that before I met Nico, but we kind of adopted like every place we go, we're gonna get a magnet. What?
What'd you get?
A magnet.
Oh,
So yeah.
Well, how you say it?
maggot. Go ahead. Your slang is trying to mix country and Seattle together. Go ahead.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's our
Mostly,
biggest.
Yeah, that's our biggest ones.
Yeah.
What's one thing about yourself that you've learned to appreciate more since being married? That question kind of tripped me up too.
I don't know. Sometimes we can be hard on ourselves as women or just people in general. So sometimes I'm not feeling myself, but he's always like, stop being hard on yourself. You look good. You look beautiful. Whatever, right? Whatever. I've definitely learned to just love who I am in the moment. Love who Brianna is today, not who Brianna was, or weight gain, whatever's happening with me. Like, love me in the moment, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Not to be hard on myself because I'm an overthinker. So I'm overthinking everything. Somebody say something to me the wrong way, something happens that day, anything she know, I'm gonna call her like, "What you think about this?" But just not to be hard on yourself and just kind of just let it go. It ain't even that serious.
Yep.
Is there anything you are currently working on to improve your marriage? If so, why?
Definitely finances. Mm-hmm. We're starting to slow down a little bit. Yeah. I definitely want to be financially free by 40. I'm a saver. Let's pay this off. So, we still want to do vacations and stuff, but we gotta, slow down a little bit, focus on what we got going on, and get it done.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you communicate openly and honestly with each other? I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely honest. Definitely open. When the time is right, we lay it out on the line.
Mm-hmm. Tuesday at 5:00. We say whatever we want to say and just get it out, keep it moving.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, he gets over it faster, I think, than me. Sometimes, well, it depends on the day, because he's stubborn. So if he's trying to prove a point, he'll try to go all day.
No, I will go all day.
Right, to prove a point.
So I have a question. This 5:00 thing, is this a real thing? Because y'all done said it like 2 or 3 times already.
Not really. Not really.
No, not really 5:00.
But
Yeah.
she really will say like, "Oh, let's talk about this tomorrow. Or let's talk about this something."
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Yeah.
not specifically Tuesday at 5. I'm just joking.
Oh,
Yeah. But I do give him like deadlines.
Yeah.
Like not deadlines, but like times where like I'm ready to discuss it, because I'm the person I gotta take stuff in. But I'm also a person like if I don't want to talk about it, I just don't want to talk about it, and then I'll be. I don't know how to explain it. Just able to unload. So, yeah.
Has there been any outside influence in your marriage, negative or positive?
I think this podcast has been very helpful.
Oh, yeah, podcast
it definitely helps us be more communicative. It helps us, like this right now is like making me think and making us kind of ponder and, think more than maybe just a regular day of us just talking day to day. So I think the podcast has been helpful, listening to couples that have been married for years. I still remember like tidbits of like all of our conversations and hearing you guys' conversations and what you've been through, and that helps us. So yeah, definitely the podcast. I want to say a particular couple like that, but definitely a podcast.
Yeah, nothing really negative.
Yeah.
What do you think is key to maintaining a strong partnership long term?
Besides communication, having each other's back, being able to talk to your partner, just being best friends. I mean, at the end of the day, this is my dog. Like, till the wheels fall off, that's my best friend. Like, I could talk to him about anything. I mean, accidentally use a toothbrush. Like, I mean, I don't want to use this toothbrush, but that's happened. You know what I mean? I mean, like, we are like just super close. So, I mean, yeah.
So, how do you manage work life and ensure time with each other?
That's hard. That's hard for me. It depends on the season, depends on the day, and being a teacher, it's a lot. There's a lot dealing with lots of attitudes, different types of people, work stress of having to pass these tests, and it's a lot. And so sometimes I bring those frustrations home, and I have a little attitude towards him because I'm just frustrated with work, and there's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes I think to myself, like, dang, he didn't do nothing, but I'm just so frustrated. I need to take it out on somebody. Right. I need to take it out on somebody sometimes. So I could admit, like, sometimes my frustrations from work kind of go through. But summer, I'm all good. But when I have yearbook deadlines or, like, my kids are about to take the EOC, like, it's stressful. So.
Yeah, because I'm not bringing work home, so she's the problem with
it. Yeah, he said, forget them people.
Yeah, right. Every day. Forget y'all.
Yeah.
So, how do you envision your future together, and what do you want to accomplish as a couple?
Man, I have big dreams for us. I know we have big dreams for ourselves. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, definitely I want
children.
Yeah, we definitely want children. Well, I want properties.
Yeah.
I want us to have a side business.
Yeah.
Just
something we can do together.
Something a legacy we can pass down to our future kids that we could be comfortable and not want for nothing. That's the goal. Like, you know, it'll be good to be a millionaire, but I always tell my students it's good to be a millionaire, but they have problems too, right? But I want to be comfortable where, you know, if $1,000 something happened, right? Oh, okay, here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to worry. Yeah. So, yeah,
for sure.
And I don't know if we've asked this question, but what do you think will make your marriage even stronger in the years to come?
I mean, I think when we finally have kids, I think that is going to change our dynamics, and it's just going to be how we navigate this foundation, how we're going to add to that foundation.
Because it's going to be a big change.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes we think about, dang, if we had a baby in 3 months, like, I get scared. I'll be like, whoa, Lord, we can't just go to TJ Maxx at 9:00 anymore. Like,
we can't hop on a plane and do what we want to do.
Right.
I'll be calling them like, y'all, let's go to Africa next week. And they be like, you know. So that's going to be hard for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely discipline with money right now, being single. I mean, like, you know, like no kids, singleness, I guess you could say, is we pay the bills and we can buy and do what we want.
Right.
But when you have kids, it's kind of locked down a little bit. So especially for him, it's going to be a little challenging. So, yeah.
So have you ever encountered any societal expectations or pressure about not having children? And if so, how did you navigate it?
Yes. Every time somebody sees us, they say, when you going to have a child? When is the child coming? When is this coming? When is that happening? Whenever you give us some damn money.
Ooh, Nico.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the expectation. First comes love, then marriage, then a baby.
And the baby carriage.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, I understand. But a lot of times, I mean, it's something really people should not ask because you don't know what the situation is. You don't know what people want kids. You don't know if there's something going on with people having kids. So you really got to be careful with that. We envision that. But I remember when I first met him, he's like, oh, I don't want kids. You remember that? And I was like, dang, you know, and people are like, well, you shouldn't have changed and whatever. But like, as we, well, what made you change your mind?
I mean, of course, we've been together. We love each other. I want to see what the baby going to look like. Going to act like. What it's going to be like. Me and you. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was good to see the shift because I guess probably in like I always imagined, I always wanted to be like married, but I wanted to like wait 2 to 3 years before having kids. The expectation wasn't going to be 7 years, but being that it was that, I remember like in 2020, that's kind of when we kind of start really like talking about it, like, okay, if we're going to have kids, we better get going. And then the COVID happened. So it was always something happening. And we're like, well, at this point in our lives, we need to go ahead and just do it, because, you know, the people we love are getting older and we want them to be able to see and experience our kids. And we're getting older. And so we want to do that. So that's why we have to slow down a little bit and, you know, start that process.
Definitely.
All right. Do you feel a sense of freedom in your child-free marriage? And if so, how do you make the most of that freedom?
Ooh, I buy whatever I want. I do whatever I want, go wherever I want. We just do whatever we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bars.
Definitely. We have not been locked down by constraints, by money, by nothing.
Don't have to worry about what the child gonna do, what we're gonna babysit us,
what they gonna eat.
No.
If we don't want to if we don't want to eat that night, okay, you find what you want to eat. I'm going to bed, right?
Yeah.
So, it's definitely freedom. I think in every season there's a waiting period, right? You got a waiting period when you're in your singleness. In your marriage, you have a waiting period if you're gonna have kids or something like that. And so it's definitely been our waiting period. We've learned about each other.
Yeah.
We learned our finances and getting better and different things like that. So you know, in everything there's a season, and God got us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the season is
Sure.
baby, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, y'all. So let's thank the Eastons. Good job, y'all. Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right, y'all know what to do. Comment below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and remember,
The wedding is only the beginning.